Snap! Louder this time. She couldn't tell if it was coming from inside or outside. She looked up at their shelter roof, but couldn't see well enough to check the large tree branch they'd used as the main support beam. She hoped her bowline knot was holding. Shuffle. Snap. She heard it again, and this time she was sure it was outside the shelter. She told herself it was a raccoon sniffing around their camp. She told herself it wasn't a bear that was about to rip through the sides of their pitiful homemade walls and attack. That it wasn't the random creepy guy they saw earlier walking through the woods. That he wasn't out there, stalking them in the darkness, lurking with an axe. She tried to calm down and picture herself back in the zendo and Boulder, meditating on a cushion. She imagined that the sounds outside the shelter were nothing but the gentle shuffling of her Zen teacher's robes as he settled just before zazen. It was one of her favorite sounds. Silently, she recited the gata she'd crafted with her teacher. Breathing in, I know my breath is the wheel of the ship. Breathing out, I know the storm will pass. Her mind didn't stay with her breathing. It did what it normally did. It reached for thoughts like a frantic monkey, grasping at one random idea after the other, feeding on disorder, on chaos. She thought about her mom back down in Boulder, more out of control by the day. About her best friend Micah, gently snoring next to her. How annoying he'd been at the party 2 weeks ago with the weed gummies he'd snatched from Pure Buds. She thought about sitting by the campfire last night, outside their shelter, after everyone else had gone to sleep. Exhausted, wet, cold, her belly aching with hunger, getting nothing from a granola bar and a few sips of pine needle tea. Afraid to eat the food they'd brought, not sure how long it was going to have to last. She thought about the soft firelight on Oliver's skin. Oliver, the boy from Chicago she'd met not even a month ago. The one who felt so familiar so fast. The one with the sister who was sick. The one who seemed to understand. The one who had pulled her close and kissed her. She tried to return to her breath. To another gata. Fears are clouds drifting by a mountain. Watch them. Tend to them. But know, you're the mountain. Another sound split the night. Crack! It was even closer. Something or someone was out there. She reached over and nudged Micah. Hey! She hissed. Get up! I hear something. Dude. Micah groaned. He snorted briefly and rolled over and went back to sleep. She shook him again. Wake up! Seriously! When he didn't move, she grabbed a handful of his thick black hair and gave it a few firm tugs. What the hell? I hear something, she hissed again. Outside! Micah propped himself on one arm to listen. Just outside the shelter, off to their right, she heard it again. Movement. Footsteps. Or something being dragged along the ground. Probably just a raccoon, Micah mumbled. But he didn't sound convinced. We have no food in here for a bear to come after. It's all outside. Unless you count the mouse I roasted last night. And man, this ground is ice cold. We smell like people, she said. That's all the incentive a bear needs. Crack, snap. The sounds rang through the darkness. Her mind flashed to the guide Oliver left back in the car. They were in the Comanche Peak wilderness, full of bears, mountain lions, coyotes. Fear sent her mind racing through other things that could be out there. Serial killers? Runaway felons? Ghosts? What if it's that guy we saw? She whispered. She noticed for the first time that she was shivering.